and hopefully you are here too. I feel like I'm here. I don't know if you're here, but I would like it if you were. Let's find out if I'm online. Still getting used to this restream nonsense. Feels like I'm online. I feel alive. ComfyUI. All right. Welcome back to ComfyUI. Welcome back to YouTube. Welcome back to all the things. Here we are, creative exploration with Pers. Hey, I see people alive. All right, cool. I see chat and everything. Hello, Frank. Hello, food. All right, I think we're live. I am happy to start. Okay. What am I playing with today? I am playing with AnimateDiff version 3, Gen 2, AnimateLCM, ControlNet masks, which we won't get into until the end, and IP adapters. So with this workflow, you can do animations really fast with AnimateDiff. They don't even require prompting. You can just use images to prompt, and you can actually mix images to make prompts. So yeah, I'm going to actually just rebuild this entire workflow from scratch so you can see the process and try to understand more like what we're doing and why. But yeah, let's start over and clear it out and start fresh. A couple things you're going to need. You're going to need the IP adapters node, IPAdapter Plus in ComfyUI. So add that. You're going to need the AnimateDiff Evolved. That's this one right here. Install that, AnimateDiff Evolved. You will need the Video Helper Suite. Video Helper Suite. You will also need KJ nodes, I believe we're using for a few things. KJ nodes. And I think that's it off the top of my head. We will need Impact Pack for the upscaler. We will do after. And you will need frame interpolation. ComfyUI frame interpolation. And I think that's actually it. And face restore if we want to do face restoration. And face restore CF code former. Yeah, that's bullets, all the boring stuff out of the way. And we'll also need the advanced ControlNet, ComfyUI advanced ControlNet. So I'll throw this workflow on my Discord tonight. So if you don't feel like installing all this stuff right now and you just want to hang out and follow along, that's cool. You can go and download the workflow, and then when you open it, you can just hit install missing custom nodes, and it'll find all the stuff that's missing, and you can go install them one by one. And then you'll just need the models that we're using for all this stuff, and they need to go into the correct folders. But the new model downloader will do that for you. So I'll mention what models we're using and how to get them. All right, so let's start with the heart of all of our renders, and that's the K-sampler. And this is the diffusion step that lets us know or does all the work, basically. So this is our middle point. We're going to go with a VAE decoder on the end. Turn it from a latent to an image. And then we're going to use the Video Helper Suite, VHS. We're going to use Video Combine, and that's going to make a video for us. So 24 frames per second, MP4. 15 CRF, and yeah, that's fine for now. And I'm going to put it in ADiff testing, AnimateDiff, and that'll be the it'll go into the ADiff testing folder, and the file name will be AnimateDiff. This will become apparent why I'm doing this. So after I do this, we'll make a new film node. This is going to be our film interpolator, and then we're going to make a second video combine. Plug that into here. And just add film 2x to the file name. So this will be our slow-mo but smooth version, and this will be our full speed version. All right. What's next? So that's our output. So this will give us outputs, and now we need to put stuff on the front. So what are we doing? We're doing AnimateLCM, which we will need the model for, which I don't actually believe is in the thing yet. So if we go to AnimateLCM, just drop the link in the chat here. How do I drop a link in a chat when I don't have a chat? There we go. That'll do it. Okay. That link there is for the AnimateLCM model. And if you go there, it is right here, SD15 LoRa beta. You want to put that in your LoRa's folder, and then you use it just like the other LCM node with one little caveat, which we'll get to in a second. Okay, so let's just start by just doing a simple AnimateLCM with no controls, so that we have a sort of baseline for what we're doing here. So our latent image is going to be an empty latent image. Okay, and we're going to set that to 512 by 512, and just for now, the batch size will be 16, so it'll be a 16 frame animation. Our model, we're going to go with the AnimateDiff. Which one is it? AnimateDiff. I'm just going to get it from here. Add node, AnimateDiff. We want Gen2, apply AnimateDiff model. Drag out from here. We need AnimateDiff. Context options, looped uniform. And this goes into... I feel like I'm missing something. They just changed all this stuff, so bear with me here. AnimateDiff Gen2. Use evolved sampling. Okay, so here's the 3 nodes we sort of need to make this work. Context options goes in here. Model goes into or M models from here goes into M models. We need to load a motion model, so load AnimateDiff model. We're going to use version 3. So yeah, AnimateDiff got a little bit more complicated, but this is basically all you need to make it work. We're going to be doing LCM, so we're going to change it to LCM, and we're going to go 16.1.3 for our settings here. Yeah, these settings here will be fine. Okay, so we need to send a model through this. So a model goes out into the K-sampler from AnimateDiff. So here's our AnimateDiff tree, and then our model has to come from a checkpoint loader, and we're going to load the Epic Photogasm. It's a new model I just found out about. Not new to me anyway. And we're going to add a clip text encode. We're going to add 2 of those, and that's going to be our positive and negative prompts. So they come out of the clip. Clip goes through conditioning into the K-sampler. Just drag you guys over here. Just kind of move this stuff around. Try to make it make sense. Make it make sense. All right. And then... Okay, so our VAE goes into our VAE decoder. We're pretty much ready to go, but we need to add our LCM model. So let's load LoRa loader, sorry. And we want the LoRa loader model only, I think. I'll double check this in a minute, but basically model goes through LoRa loader into AnimateDiff. And we want to load the AnimateLCM model that we just downloaded from here. This guy right here. I renamed it to AnimateLCM so I don't go crazy. And I put it in my LoRa's LCM folder. All right, strength at 1. This LCM is making sure that AnimateDiff is using LCM sampling. And then in our K-sampler, we need to also set it to LCM. CFG of 2 and 4 steps. That's right, 4 steps. Okay, so let's try NSFW nude in the negative prompt because we're on YouTube. And for our positive prompt, let's try swirling ocean, fire tornado. No, let's just try swirling ocean. Swirling ocean. Let's just try swirling ocean. Okay, this stuff's all fine. Okay, we're going to add the extra conditioning after this. But yeah, let's try this. Hey Tron, yeah, LCM AnimateLCM is fantastic. I'm blown away. Let's see if this works. For haphazardly plugging it in, I'll be surprised if it works. I'm just going to go in and color code all these nodes so that we have an idea of what they do and what they're for. Now you see how fast that was? It was damn fast. It doesn't loop because I made it a 16 frame animation. The context window for AnimateDiff is 16 frames. So if we make it a 32 frame animation, it's going to jump 2 context windows and we'll be fine. Hey, Corey. Yes, it looks better, Tron. But please, do your own tests. So there's our 24 frame per second video, and here's our, it's just interpolating now. This is our 24 frame per second video, but interpolated 2 times. So it's, you know, slower and smoother. All right. Yeah, that's cool. We got prompts. We got cool stuff going on. It doesn't really look great, though. Let's go landscape. Beautiful sunset. Mountains. Oh, I think we're getting that CFG problem again, where the naked ladies are coming through the back of the CFG. Now, what did I do to... How did I do that? Oh, you know what? I think we need to add clip. Let's try this with clip. So let's use a LoRA loader. Just a regular one. This has a clip pass through as well. So we'll go model and clip. Model to the AnimateDiff. This model out to the K sampler. See, I think our negative prompt is coming through here, which is strange. I've had this before, and I'm not actually totally certain what causes it. But let's try passing the clip also through the LCM. Make sure our positives and negatives are doing what they are supposed to. They are. But yeah, see, I feel like I'm getting the silhouette of a naked lady in the background here. It's happening again. What have I done wrong? There's definitely a figure in the background. What is causing that? Let's try removing everything from the negative prompt. Okay, well, let's keep going. Fuse method. Oh, you know what? Context options. Looped uniform. Yeah, fuse method. Let's try pyramid. Closed loop true. 16.13. Base schedule, motion model. Yeah, everything's right. It's acting real strange. All right, let's keep going. Okay, let's get out all the powerful stuff now. Comfy models. I just have to go to my inputs and move that stuff. Right. Okay, I think we're not getting naked people in the background now. Should be good. Okay, let's add IP adapters to get the guidance going. So do colors blue. Yeah, it's possible. I haven't tried with this. Let's try with Photon. I was using Photon earlier. Cyan. Make you guys yellow. Green and green. Okay, cool. We want to slip IP adapters in after the LoRa. Yeah, after the LoRa. Okay, let's drag you over. So we're going to add one more step here called IP adapters. So apply IP adapter from encoded. Okay, let's build the IP adapters rig here. So we need, out of the IP adapter, we need an IP adapter model loader, and we're going to load the IPAdapter Plus model for, the Plus model, which is available on right here. Install models, IPA. You want to get the appropriate stuff. You want the IPAdapter face model or IPAdapter Plus model for SD15. Not Face ID. Face ID I will cover, just not today. But it's this one right here, IPAdapter Plus SD15. And you'll also need a IP adapter encoder, and that's going to let us encode images into the IP adapter. And we are also going to need a load clip vision node, clip vision loader, and we're going to load the SD15 clip vision, which is also available. If you go to install models, type clip, it's the clip vision model, clip vision G, this one right here. There's other ones, you don't have to use this one, but it's just the one I'm using. Okay. So IP adapter can take up to 4 images. It can take batches, but just for this, it can take 4 images, mix them together, and you can make a new animation out of that using it as guidance. So let's do a load image. And we also need to add one more node here called prep for clip vision. Prepare image for clip vision. Okay. And we're going to go center on that and plug it here. So clip vision takes very small files. You need stuff at like 256 by 256 or something. So that's what this node does, is it crops the center out of whatever photo you feed it and sends it into IP adapter. And then the only other thing you need to do is just pass that model through into the next thing. So it goes from there into the AnimateDiff. All right. Easy peasy. I'll just make these little groups so it all makes a little bit of sense. Group. Meet. Let's put you in here with y'all. Group. Group. And group. Group for selected nodes. And we'll just leave you guys out for now. Okay. So IP adapter. This one is AnimateDiff. This is prompt. Whoa, what did I do? Whoa. This UI doesn't like me today, but that's okay. Edit group title. And this will go prompt settings. And this is our diffusion. And output. Edit group title. Output. Okay. Output. No, let's throw that T in there. Output. All right, cool. Okay, I've noticed when I do abstract omps, it's like file, they just throw a random girl in there. Yeah. Maybe include the negative tags. Oh yeah, get rid of the people. Pers, I've been doing extensive testing with Photon and Epic Realism, and Photon has better motion clarity. Yeah, I think I agree with that. Yeah, Photon's been doing really good. Yeah, it looks better already. Okay, let's stick with Photon for now then. And let's make this stuff cyan, I guess. And we'll make you blue because you're an image loader. Okay. This workflow is cool. Okay, everything's set. That's all good. Let's go find an image from Pexels. Tropical. Let's try that. Bloop. So with IP adapters, it doesn't matter what your crop is or anything because this prepare image for clip thing is going to sort it out. So it's just going to grab the center of the photo and you can actually remove the prompt. And if I'm right, it should just work. Oh, I forgot to turn IPAdapter Plus on. See, it complained because I'm using the Plus model, but I didn't turn Plus on. Plus is just kind of better at reading the images. Sometimes it depends. You can try non-plus. It's usually better with faces, but I've been having a lot of luck with it lately, so we're just going to use it. So it's going to take our IP adapter's image that we gave it, and it's going to essentially use what it sees in that image as the prompt and then do an animation. And you're going to get really good results from this, which is awesome because it's, basically like free prompting right out of the box. From you can use images you make, you can use images you found, you can use whatever you like. For the streams and stuff, I'm just using CC0 images, but we can generate some stuff and use that too. So that was only 4 steps. I'm going to crank it up to 6 steps and we'll try that. See if we can get a slightly better look. There we go. Now that's a lot better than what I used to get with LCM, that's for sure. And it matches the cool input image. So, what's another thing you can do is you can, let's make this a little bigger. And we can use 2 images. Let's grab another one. And it should try to mix them together. So let's try. Yeah, let's try that. Copy image. You can just paste like Control-C, Control-V right into this node. It's great. All right, load image node. Okay, so I should try to combine these 2. Should being the keyword. Oh, I see. There are messages from Twitch and Twitter here too. Hello, friends. Hey, Scott. Hello, Zlata. What's up? Yeah, we're just making stuff. There we go. We got tropical orange fruits, I guess. Pretty amazing. So yeah, that's how small of a workflow it is to just do like these really cool animations. You can just increase the length of the animation here if you want. You can do all kinds of stuff. But what I'm going to do is start adding some ControlNet to the mix so that we can try to control the, what's the word? The composition of what we're making. So yeah, let's move this over to the right a bit. Move this over. So in between the prompt and diffusion, we're going to add some ControlNet. So ControlNet, apply advanced. We're going to load the my current favorite ControlNet, which is the Loose Control ControlNet. Loose Control Decode weights loop. There we go. And I'll just drop that in the link. There you go. So yeah, that's the link to the Loose Control ControlNet. It's really cool. It uses depth maps to like kind of assign things in the generation. So like you can, I'm misusing it today, but yeah, you can use it like this to do these kind of animations, which is, you know, fantastic. Gives us all kinds of fun control. I'm just going to use it with the masks that I made because YOLO. All right. So we want to load an image sequence. So I want to load image, a VHS node. I want to load images path. My animations are in PNG sequences, so I'm using this. If your animations are already videos, you can just use VHS load video. And then you can just upload the video into the app and then set all your settings and use that. But mine are just like PNG sequences in here. So let's try getting good results with this one. Let's try this one. This is an animation I made earlier today with Blender. Yeah, so we're going to use this as the mask to drive what's happening in the animation. As you can see, it's a 90 frame animation. So I'm just going to grab the URL. I'm just going to grab the path to that animation, drop it in here. Boop. And then image load cap. I'm going to leave that at 0, and I'm just going to set it to select every nth 2. So that means it's going to play it at double speed. 90 frames becomes 45 frames. So how do I tell this that I want to render 45 frames? Because like that's how long the video is. I don't want to calculate that number every time, right? That's what this int is for. Int is integer. Integer is how many frames are in the video. So we're going to add a reroute. And this reroute, I'm making a reroute because I'm going to end up using a different node later to load a video if it's a video. So I want to be able to just plug it in once here and route it to all the things that need it. In this case, the only thing that needs it is the empty latent image. It has to go into batch size, but as you can see, batch size is not an input. So we need to change batch size into an input by right-clicking on the node and hitting convert batch size to input. Now batch size is like an input instead of they call it a widget or a dialog box. So let's grab the integer, which is our frame count, and that's going to go into our batch size, okay? So there we go. Oops, I unplugged the bottom. Okay, so I know this is confusing because it goes out and then back, but it comes out of here into the green and out of the blue into the batch size. So this thing is now determining the length of our animation based on the length of our mask. Our mask was 90 frames. We're doing it at double speed, select every nth 2. We're doing it at double speed. So it's going to be a 45 frame animation. We can see what the ControlNet is going to do if we take this image out and we make another VHS video combine node. And for that, we'll set it to 24 frames per second, MP4. But this one, we're not going to save the output because we just want to see what's going into ControlNet. So let's try and clean this up a little bit here. All right. This isn't pretty, but it works. All right, let's get it in place. Y'all, actually, you guys can go down here. Yeah, that's fine. And then right here. Okay. So our ControlNet strength is at 1. It starts at 0 and ends at 1. I'll explain what that means in a minute. But yeah. So, oh, I didn't run it through. Okay, ControlNet runs on the clip. So you need to take your conditioning out from your positive and negative prompt and then run it through ControlNet into our K sampler. Okay, so every time you do ControlNet, it's on the clip. So if you want to stack ControlNets, you just put one after the other, after the other, after the other on the clip. But remember, the more ControlNets you use, the more VRAM it takes. So if you don't have, so if you have more, you don't have enough VRAM, you're going to run out. Yeah. All right. The other thing I want to do is, I'm just going to change the width 912 and the height to 512. It's going to give me essentially 16 by 9 That's what a mask is. It doesn't actually have to be that exact resolution because, you know, rendering smaller makes more sense in AI than trying to render at full res. So you render an upscale. So we're going to render this and then I'll show you how to upscale it as well. So let's render that. So this is going to go through here. It's going to show us what the ControlNet is looking at when it tries to do its thing. The strength is at 100%, so this should work. Hey, Fearless. Yes, it will be available. I'm going to put it on my Discord after. The link to my Discord is on pers.xyz. Yeah. And you can just go there and join the Discord. Yeah, this is already working. So yeah, these masks, you don't have to make them. You can pre-process footage with that already exists with the tools in Comfy to redream footage that already exists. So after we make this mask, I'll show you how to do it with like a video of a person or something. Well, there we go. That's cool. Unfortunately, the orange part looks a bit like a butthole, but that's okay. It's an orange. But yeah, it's crazy how it took this mask and these two images and totally combined it all into an animation for us. So let's try a person. I'm actually going to add NSFW and nude back here just in case. And let's go to Pexels and see if we can find footage of a person drinking coffee, maybe. Nope. Maybe dancing. Dancing. Those look like pictures. I need videos. Thank you. I've used a lot of these already. I find one that we haven't used before. Let's try. That might be cool. It's slow motion, but we can speed it up. Too slow motion. I don't want to do too much bare skin stuff just because stable diffusion doesn't always play nice. Maybe that's the move. It'd be hard to get a depth map from that. Just need somebody dancing, you know, like a normal human person. Ooh, let's try that. I bet it's not going to work because she's spinning and it'll be funny. So let's do that. All right, let's. So I have the video I want to use as a mask. I need to pre-process that. So let's drag it into, no, we can't do that. We have to do what I said earlier. You know how we made this? Because I want to be able to use a different node here. Now we've already got to the point where I need to use different nodes. So VHS, load video upload, and then we can use this node here, basically in the same way. So let's add our frame count to this, and the image will go into a preprocessor, which we're going to use depth anything. Okay, and then that's going to go into both of our video combined so we can see what it's doing, and the apply control net. And the other thing we need to do is switch this because it's a vertical video, so we need a taller height than width. I'm going to load it at double speed because it's, just somebody spinning around. I'm going to make sure I uploaded the video, which I don't think I actually did. Oh, good. Is it broken? Oh, no. Here we go. Spin, 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 spin. Okay. You're going to do your thing. That's connected to the right stuff to skip. So set the frame rate to 24 frames per second. Frame load cap is 0. Actually, let's just do 1. Yeah. I think speed 1 is fast enough. And then you're out to here. So we're going to change this to depth, the depth control net, and we're going to use depth anything. So, and we need to use images that, will do something cool for a person. So let's go to photos, person dancing. Let's see if we can put a different person on there. I don't know if it'll work, but let's try it. Let's try this guy. And I'm just going to remove this one for now. We're just going to try to get that one image going. All right. Okay. I think that's all the settings. Elderly man dancing. So we're doing a depth pass on this. It'll come up on here. We'll be able to see what we're doing. And if depth works, we'll start stacking some more control nets, see what we get. Good night. When passing videos to IPAdapter, is there a max length for someone running a 3070? These 15-second clips, so it doesn't always work. Yeah, I know. It's tough. 8 gigabytes of VRAM sometimes isn't enough to do some of this stuff, but you can always check how much you're using. If you install NVI top, it'll tell you exactly how much VRAM you're currently using for a workflow. And if it's going over the amount that you have on your card, then it's going into your system memory and it'll take forever. To install that, you just go to command line and it's pip install NVI top. I think he's doing a pretty good job, actually. This depth anything is really good at subjects like people and backgrounds, because actually TikTok trained this. The company TikTok, yeah. So this is pretty fast. A minute and a half to do 61 frames of 9:16. That's not too bad. It would take probably 3 or 4 times as long to do regular AnimateDiff. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Oh, love that head spin. But I would say that did a pretty fantastic job with just the depth map. Depth map and the IP adapter of the elderly gentleman here getting down. Got his suit, got his face, even got his ponytail. Nailed it. Nailed it. I love how the head stays perfectly straight the whole time. It's beautiful. So as you can imagine, the possibilities here are pretty insane. So let's add another control net so we can see how to stack these out. So this is our control net stack, right? So we just want another control net stack. So what do? Copy and paste. Whoa, look at that. Second control net stack. Positive to positive, negative to negative. Same deal here. Positive to positive, negative to negative. And we are running through our double control net stack. So now let's add loose control with the depth map as well and see if that helps. We don't actually need to process it twice. We've already processed it, and we don't need to see it again because we're using the same one. So here we go here. And we'll use loose control, and we'll put them both at 1 and see if it makes a difference. So now we're using depth and loose control, both at 100%. And we'll see if it looks good. And if it doesn't, we'll turn this one off, do another one, and see, you know, this is how you can test what the control nets do and what the control net weights do with only a minute and a half, you know, between renders to find out what you're doing. It's really fast. Dense pose might work too. Make sure. All right. Huh. I think it's somehow better. I love how the ponytail turns into a hand real quick. Oh, that's trippy. So let's try without the depth control net and just loose control. Yeah, this workflow will be on my Discord as soon as the stream's over. Actually, if I get it to a point where it works good, I'll just dump it on soon. I just want to make sure it's pretty and stuff first so I don't have to support it. like crazy later. Hey, TT. I'll show you guys how to do an upscale too. Yeah. So I don't know if you remember the thing in Automatic 1111 called high res fix, but it still works in Comfy. It's just a different node set, so we can set that up. Ooh, the hand. That's so creepy. That must be where the hand came from, the loose control. Huh. So it thinks the ponytail is a hand. What happens if we give it something abstract? Okay, while this one renders, let's build the upscaler. Okay. Just got to look at my old one just so I don't go crazy here. Okay. We got our current one. We need to upscale it and make a new version, okay? So, sorry about the yawning. For this one, we want to use Impact Pack. That's in Manager, Install Custom Nodes, Impact Pack, okay? And remember, after you install these, you got to restart Comfy, or it won't finish installing them. Okay. We need a few special nodes. We need the Pixel K sample upscaler provider. Okay. That's set to LCM. 6 steps. CFG of 2. All this stuff the same as the other one, basically. So one thing you can do to help maintain sanity is set these to fixed seeds. And then that way it won't try to run the same run twice if nothing has changed. So that way you can unplug this K sampler when you're this upscaler when you don't want to use it, and then you know, plug it in when you want upscale. See how this turned out real quick. Looks cool. Sweet. That's really cool. Depth anything is really good. All right. So let's upscale. We got our thingy, and we need an iterative upscaler, iterative latent upscale. Okay. 2 steps. I'm going to explain what this stuff does in a minute, but I'm just going to show you what else you need to plug in. You basically need to plug all this stuff in. Okay. So the model comes from AnimateDiff. That's right. Same model that goes in here. VAE, that comes from our checkpoint loader, which is way over here. Positive and negative prompt. Guess where they come from? That's right, out of our final ControlNet. So we're going to run ControlNet again on our thing. Down the road, we can add another ControlNet for the upscale and back it off a bit. And that tends to work better for like getting a little more dream into your upscale. But for now, we'll just use the same ones. So let's make reroutes so we don't go crazy. Okay, there's our positive and negative clip. Let's just drag those over here. Positive, negative. Oh. Okay. So we need to plug in these two as well. Upscale model options. Upscale model. Load upscale model. Load upscale model. Yeah, upscale model loader. We are going to load the 2x plus RealESRGAN. You can get that in install models. It's this one here, RealESRGAN 2x. It's faster than the 4x, and we're not upscaling 4x, so you don't need to go 4x. You only need to go 2x for this. So use the 2x plus. In the PK hook, we want to add 2 different nodes, I believe. Yeah, pixel K sample hook combine. And then we want to combine 2 hooks. Okay. We want to combine CFG schedule and what's the other one? Denoise schedule. Yep. And just leave those target denoise at 20, simple at 3. That's fine. Leave those alone on default settings. This is essentially our setup. The samples come from the last one. So they come out of our initial run, out of there into our iterative upscale. So this is our upscale down here. Beep. And what do? We add a latent out to a VAE decoder. Latent VAE decoder, same as the other one. And then another one of these. You guessed it. Okay. And I'm just going to add the word up to the front of these so I know that they're upscales. Up. All right. So now we got our upscale version and our regular version. So after it's done doing this, it'll do an upscale. That upscale will be 1.5 times bigger. It will go 2 steps, which means it'll run 2 times and do this stuff. It's going to try to increase the schedule, the target CFG from 2 to 3 towards the end. And it's going to try to bring the denoiser down to 0.2 towards the end. What that does is it only adds detail where it needs to add detail as opposed to upscaling the entire thing. Results in just a straight up better upscale than just doing a regular upscale latent by 1.5. Okay, because our seeds are fixed. Now I fixed them after this run, so it's probably going to try to do this again. And then it'll do this one. But what I'm actually going to do, just for the sake of time, is just do a square 512 by 512, and that'll go, smaller. So yeah, it'll run this one, and then when it's done, it'll spit all this stuff into the upscaler, and then we'll do the upscale. So let's make this convert. Nope, not convert to group node. We want to add group. That's the upscaler. And that's the output. Add group. Yeah. Upscaler. Upscaled outputs. You are purple. You are purple. You are red. You guys are green. You're green. And you're, I don't know. Yellow, I guess? I don't know. I'll make you green too. Why not? I tend to put options and things you can change in green so you can see them at a glance. Anything that's specific, like on the clip, like this stuff, ControlNet I usually make yellow. AnimateDiff I make yellow just because it reminds me of ControlNet. No real reason for it. And then I think, yeah, now I should do the upscale. You can see it's doing a bunch of stuff here. Ever tried the image segmentation node in the Allure plugin pack? No, not yet. I haven't got much into segmentation. I need to dig in more. Do we get to go fishing after we combine our hooks? I hope so. I hope so. Hey, Consumption, what's up, dude? I get the Twitter chats real slow. I think that should make sense. Hey, Ixalad. As you can see, the upscale takes a lot longer, but it can be worth it. I wish I could play music on my stream, but it ends up getting copy stricken, so you can just pretend you can hear what I'm listening to. Or if you want, you can go on Discord, click on my name, and hit listen along on Spotify. Then you can bob your head along with me. I think this is going to be weird as hell. Well, this got out of hand quickly, eh? Started as a simple workflow. Nice. I was trying to figure out why I turned it into an elderly person, but it's because that's in the prompt. Elderly man dancing. It's my own fault. Wow. Crazy. It got like the scan lines and stuff in the image. Very cool. So yeah, I mean, that's basically the whole workflow. You can swap out different control nets. You can do all kinds of fun stuff. So let's try a different video. Oh yeah, we're trying that. Okay, let's try see if we can make Toad breakdance. No nude Toad, please. How long do we think this video is? It's kind of long, actually. I'm going to do a frame load cap of 64, so it's going to grab the first 64 frames. And I'm going to disconnect the upscaler for now, because it's cool, but we don't need it. But yeah, if you want to connect that, so I'm going to leave this here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a reroute from the model. And this reroute here, this model reroute, this is your way of turning the upscaler on and off. Disconnect the model, connect the model. If the model's disconnected, it won't do this step when it's done. When you want to run it, you just plug this back in, okay? That way we can iterate on our little, our small version until we like it, and then we can plug the model in, bang the upscale when it's done. Yeah, I will check out the node. Maybe not on stream, but yeah, I'll check it out for sure. Robust video matting is really cool too. This doesn't look like Toad. No. Doesn't look like Toad at all. It's like it made like Mario in a thong. Not a fan. What happens if there's no... We just use Toad with no prompt? That is disturbing. It did a great job with the actual body, though. That's just terrible. Oh, now he's just fully nude. Okay. Screw it. Boo-doo-doo. Seen a person in the middle who looks like a human person. Oh, I suppose that would work. Yoshi. You came in at the worst possible time. As you all know, there is potential to make NSFW stuff with this, even when you have NSFW in the negative prompt. This guy looks nude too. Okay, I am over that. Not lovely. All right, maybe it's the clip. Let's go back to masks. Masks are safe. Let's try this input with one of my masks. I just made this one earlier. Let's try it. So I'm going to switch over to an image. So I want to drag this into here. Oh, actually, yeah, sure. Let's make this depth. Sorry, this one up here. This int goes here, and then we paste the new path into here. Yeah. And then also want to pass the image to here and to depth to you. Okay. So then we want video combine here, also with nothing, int image out, depth anything. Okay. So it's going to do a depth pass, and we're going to pass that through the depth. Then it's going to pass the actual thing just through to the loose control, and we'll see what we get. With these guys as the image. See what I do. It did look like it was putting clothes on that person. Maybe it was just the first step, but you know what? I'm not taking any chances. You know what? Depth anything isn't amazing at abstract stuff, so I'm actually going to not use the preprocessor and just plug it directly in. And just try that again. So it's going to run the original image, which is already technically basically a depth map in for both. I don't know what this is going to make. I don't know if it's going to make a waterfall of Nintendo characters or, you know, what. We've lost the IP adapter completely. Let's try something tropical. I think it just can't understand what it's looking at. Actually, that might be good. Yeah, we'll try that. 1 1 true. Yep, you're good. You're good. Okay, and I'm actually gonna make it 912 by 512 so that it's wide. We're not upscaling, so yeah, I want it to look. I want it to get the whole mask, or as much of it as I can. I think we've got maybe too much control net going on. So I'm going to remove the depth control net. And I'm going to set this one at like 0.7. And then after this, I'm going to show you guys what start and end percent does with control net, because it's actually really important to understand how control net works and what it does, and how you can use it to control the composition of your animations. I feel like this one's going to be texturally cool, but it's going to be very smooth. Yeah. I think the depth control net's just taking over completely. So we're going to queue up this run here. So that's the depth is turned off now on the control net, and we're only using loose control at 70%. So this is both control nets at 100%. Or I'll be wrong and it'll look exactly the same. And as with all this stuff, I recommend you go to the GitHubs for these different packs and like read the GitHub and try to understand what they do. Beyond, you know, just taking a workflow and plugging it in and making it stuff. Like when you understand how they work, you have a lot more control over your results. That looks really cool, but we've lost a lot of the mask in it. It's just using the mask for a bit of motion, you know, which works. Looks cool, but we want to increase this a little bit and try to get that mask back in there a little. Let's try and find the happy medium there. It is cool though. Yeah. Jovix is here. I'm going to do a deep dive on his node pack pretty soon once I figure it out. But if you don't have them, they're Jovi metrics. They're very good. Thanks. Yeah, I worked hard on the flower nipple pillows. Okay, now we can see more of the mask. Here, let me grab the mask and put it under here so we can compare it, or at least put it here, yeah. Let's wait for this one to finish, and then I'll sync the imp previews. Come on, baby. There we go. Sync preview. So you can see it's got an influence, but then the animation itself is actually kind of taken over a bit too. So that's at 85%. So let's try 90%. These numbers here, this weighting is finicky and it changes from animation to animation. So there's no magic settings for this stuff. It just, you know, you got to try stuff. Like, I'm not really sure what I even want, but I feel like this is probably close to it. What I want is I want this mask to sort of come through the IP adapter source in an organic way. Like, I'm trying to make it look like the mask is just pushing the input around. That's better. We had a nice separation, but we're still getting the input image. I like it. I like it a lot. So let's try, do I have anything else in here that'll be cool? What just absolute nightmare my downloads folder has become. We could, yeah, let's try our man Nicolas Cage screaming at pigeons. I kind of want to just run this at the same settings, but let's use a different mask. Yeah, let's try this one. Nice thing about this is because we're getting the frame count from the loading node, like we don't have to worry about the batch size. It's always going to be correct. What you do have to worry about is how long your input footage is, though. If your input footage is really, really, really long, that's a really, really, really long batch. So you want to use this image load cap to decide how many frames you want to load. So you can load as many frames as you want from any point in the video. So if you have a really long video, you don't need to chop it up. You just need to say, I want to load 64 frames, 1,000 frames into my video. You know what I mean? And then that'll just grab that 64 frame chunk. It'll skip 1,000 frames, then it'll grab 64 frames. So you can control what you get out of your video. My videos are short. They're like all less than 200 pretty much. So if I do them at double time, they're, you know, they're whatever. So like the one that I'm working on right now, 90 frames. With double speed, that's only 45 frames. So that's fine. And this is a square. So we'll go 512 by 512 and hit it. And also, if you want to just take all the stuff that you ever edit, like this, the checkpoints, you know, this, like you can make a thing where you just have all the stuff that you're going to edit, you know, in one spot. So you can move all that into one little area for that's all your settings and like put that right beside the outputs. Cause like you never have to look at this stuff if you don't end up adjusting the settings ever. So, you know, that's the nice part about Comfy is these interfaces are completely modular. So just take the stuff that I make and make it your own because, you know, the way my brain works is probably not the same way your brain works. So feel free to move the stuff around, replace things, you know. This one's going to be a nightmare. I can feel it already. That almost makes sense. Okay. Yeah, I think we nailed it. We might have peaked. It's early to peak. We're only an hour in. Hour and a half. It's pretty sweet. Let's upscale it. Quantum cage. Hey, busy guy. I'm going to put it on my Discord. The link is on pers.xyz. I keep realizing I'm pasting that into thing, but you can't see it on Twitter. I'm not logged in on Twitter, so it's just pers.xyz instead of .com. You can join the Discord there. It'll be in the resources channel as soon as I upload it. I'm just gonna, finish what we're doing tonight and get all the settings dialed in, and then, yeah, I'll upload it with some examples and whatnot. What is happening here, though? Wait, why? Oh, wait, where's this coming from? Did I do a silly? I did. I took the model for the upscale straight out of the checkpoint. So the upscale is actually bypassing literally all of AnimateDiff. Wait, so that's just going to do a whole bunch of images in a row. Yeah, okay. This was my bad. When I did the upscale, I took the reroute from the initial checkpoint. That's not where we want to get it from, because it's running through the LoRA, it's running through IPAdapter, it's running through AnimateDiff. So that's its final output before the thing. So I actually want to get this and feed that to the upscaler. So let's try that again. I bet it's going to look a whole lot more like this. It's pretty insane, though. That monkey person there, that is just a blank prompt. We're straight out of... Yeah, straight out. Just nothing. That's just a blank prompt. Strange. The upscale takes 12 gigs of VRAM. But I'm also streaming, so maybe more like 10. Yeah, there we go. Another thing to always check is that your positive is plugged into your positive and your negative is plugged into your negative, because if you swap them, you can get bad stuff. I don't mean bad like nude. I mean bad like when you use a negative prompt about, it's like describing what you don't want, and then, yeah, it can get really gross really fast. I've seen some stuff, man. You're just going to endlessly adjust the margins on these nodes until they're close, but still not correct. As is. As is tradition. All right, there we go. Mm-hmm. 50 subscribers away from 12,000 subscribers on YouTube. That is insane. Unbelievable. Who are all you people? Who are you? So many lurkers. All right. Upscale's done. Wow. Oh, that's a nightmare. Crazy. All right, so let's unplug the upscaler for now. Hopefully that makes sense. You can bypass it. It's just doesn't always work and leaves stuff in memory. So if you just don't load the model, it's usually better. In my experience, anyway. I don't have any concrete science to back that up. Let's try the skull. Where are you, skull? Skull. Actually, this one's cool too. Let's do this one. Mr. Bean. It's got a bunch of random stuff in my folder. I think I just want Ooh. That might be interesting. Hit it. Yeah. Ooh. That's really cool. I want to see that one at regular speed. Hey, Matt. Jovix can answer that one, actually. As far as I understand, try update will like save your state, and if the update doesn't work, it'll revert, but I might be wrong about that. I haven't tried it yet. I just update like YOLO styles. Like a madman, like an absolute menace to society. Awesome. Yeah, I'm not sure. I've honestly never hit the button. It scared me. Super cool. Super, 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 super cool. Okay. I think this workflow is like good enough. I'm gonna add a depth anything preprocessor under here. But like, as you guys know, you can just kind of drop whatever preprocessors you want on the control net. And I'm just gonna dump this on my Discord right now, so anybody who wants to play with it can just grab it and get working. Save. We'll call this AnimateLCM AnimateDiff Gen3 or Gen2 V3. What else is in this? IPA, ControlNet, multi-ControlNet. Multi-ControlNet. I think that's all the stuff. Oh yeah, upscaler. So this essentially is a video-to-video workflow, but with some fun. All right, so let's add the workflow image, export PNG. All right, let's drop it on the Discord arena. Resources, new post, title, all that stuff. AnimateLCM. Okay, so Vid2Vid. Fast AnimateLCM plus AnimateDiff version 3. Gen2. Upscaler. IPA. Multi-ControlNet. Upscaler. All right, cool. Enter message. Downloads. You. And let's get one of the videos that we made. Where the hell did they go? I made a folder for this. AnimateDiff tests, I believe. ADIF testing. All right. And I think that'll be the one. No. Where's the one that's not as silly? No, that's not it either. That's it right there. Let's take this file and go to downloads, process. I'm going to do some nerd stuff here. All right. Let's do. I'm going to make a folder called thingy, called the workflow. I'll paste that in there. We're going to go to command line. We're going to go downloads, process. I know there's faster ways of doing this, but I'm just an old DOS nerd at the end of the day. All right. FFmpeg -I film. The output is output underscore %04d.png. It's going to create a PNG sequence from our MP4. And then we're going to go GIF ski FPS 24 output. This is our workflow.gif start.png. There we go. And now if I go to that folder, groove, downloads, process, workflow, There we go. And then we'll paste the stream into here. I know this stuff is boring, but if I don't do it, I'll forget. And you know, it's important. Okay, and the other thing I need to do is refresh this. And then, come on, brain. I need the link to tonight's YouTube. That's not it. It's this browser. Multitasking. All right. And then let's pop that on the Discord. ComfyUI AnimateDiff. Workflow from 2024-02-06. Okay, friends, there's the link. All right, so it's alive. All right, and I will send you the link right now. Copy post. And as y'all know, these are fantastic to use with my masks. You can get them on the Discord as well. All right, there's a link to the channel on the Discord with the stuff. Okay, it's live. So yeah, if you want to play with it, plug it in, and just remember to reconnect the model if you want to use the upscaler. And if you make some cool stuff, tag me. I want to see it. You saw how we passed the stuff through, so just pass your input through the preprocessor if you want to use the preprocessors, and replace the preprocessors with whatever you want. And remember, that's your resolution there. So if you want to go wide, you just have to go, like 900 and whatever by 512. If you want to go tall, it's 512 by 900 and whatever. All right. Well, I mean, that's basically the workflow. You can go forth and play and have fun and enjoy it. And yeah, tag me and stuff you make. Come by the Discord, hang out with us. Yeah, I really appreciate everybody who comes and hangs out on these streams. And thank you so much for hanging out. And if you want to come by the Patreon and support us, we really appreciate it. It helps keep the channel going. And we will be doing more and more stuff with AnimateDiff version 3 as I learn it. The next thing I'm also going to tackle will be Instant ID, Face ID, that kind of stuff. I haven't played with it much yet, but once I get it working, I'll play with it, and then I'll be able to show you how to use it. So look for that, like maybe Thursday night. I'm going to play with that tomorrow night, try to get that working, and then, yeah. So yeah, I really appreciate everybody chilling and being here. I know I said that 60 times, but I really mean it. So yeah, if you want to rebuild this yourself to understand the workflow and stuff, just go back to the beginning of this video and, follow along with me. If you don't, just go on the Discord and grab the workflow. I'm also going to throw it on my GitHub. I'll throw the link to my GitHub here. One sec. What's my repo? Yeah, Pers ComfyUI workflows. If you're allergic to Discord, that's totally cool. This is my workflows. GitHub, I'm going to keep adding more and more stuff from the Discord on there as well, so that you don't have to. I don't want you to have to join the Discord just to get access to the files, because the information should be free, right? So yeah, we're going to get some more stuff on here, and yeah, and there's also a if you're interested in SVD, I made a SVD comparison grids workflow that goes through and shows you the difference between the different versions of SVD. So it'll do a run, and then it'll do another run, and then combine them into these cool grids. So that's on here as well. So I'll drop the link to that as well. And yeah, thanks everybody. Have a great night. Come by the Discord and we'll go hang out there too. I want to start doing hangouts in the Discord where we just generate stuff and hang out. So I'll figure out times for that. They won't be live streamed or anything. It'll just be more for, the community. So come and hang out and make some weird stuff, and we'll have a great time. Thanks again, everybody, and we'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.